fellow Americans. My name is Cameron L. Abington, and this is Podcast versus the World. How you guys doing out there today? Man, I tell you what, it has been crazy. Crazy. If you're new to the show, my name is Cameron L. Abington, as I just said. We are Podcast versus the World, or I am. Um, we are on your podcast locations. If you're looking for us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, we're everywhere. RSS.com, Podcast versus the World. We're everywhere, man. We're everywhere. Working on getting this YouTube thing going up a little better. Um, Listen, if you like the content, like, subscribe, leave a leave a rating, leave any questions you have, please don't. Interaction is great. The email, if you want to talk to me personally or something you want me to discuss or look into, I don't mind giving my 2 cents, whatever. Um, is podcast versus the world 76 at gmail.com. All right, that's where you'll find me. All right. We try to do this 3 times a week. This is the plan. Content, content, content. I appreciate everybody who's been listening and checking them out. We're trying to get better. We're trying to get better. Today's topic 100 Days of Trump. Trump, to me, if I'm giving an assessment of his overall what he's been doing, and if you've listened to me talk about him before, he's messy, very messy. But people voted for him because they were like, "We want change." Okay, I can't be mad at that. If you want change, it is what it is. He is an agent of chaos. I've heard that used somewhere. I'm stealing that from Bill O'Reilly because I like it. 100 days has been interesting. We can all agree with that. The things he has done, I'm telling you, he does it with, he doesn't care about, I believe he doesn't care about the Constitution. I believe there's a lot of things he doesn't care about. Rule of law means nothing to Donald Trump. And if anybody who thinks that, oh yeah, he cares about, no, he doesn't. He doesn't. We don't need him to keep proving it. We have a young man in San Salvador right now in a prison that he's been told to bring back, and somehow they can't find him. Okay, so rule of law means nothing. I just thought we'd go over a quick estimate or things that he's done. Let's start with immigration. He said he was going to kick them out, anybody that was illegal. Now, what he said actually was, I'm getting rid of the bad hombres. That's what he said. His exact words. We don't need to, we can go back. You can go back and look, find the find the stuff where he said it. I'm getting the bad hombres. What he meant to say was, I'm getting all of them. And this has affected different economies. Now, he's a messy person. Remember I told you about messy people? Messy people do things, and if the results work out, fabulous. If they don't, well, it's whatever. Yeah, whatever. I screwed up, whatever. We'll keep it pushing. I'll learn next time. They don't care. Messy people don't care. Trump is a very messy. He's chaos. We're giving him too much credit for chaos. He's messy. I'm not going to say I'm calling him chaotic. I'm going to call him messy. He's a very messy president who don't care about the rules. He don't care. When he went and got all those Mexican people, sent them to San Salvador, El Salvador, whatever, to that gulag, the prison, without the rule of law, right? Due process is what they call it. Kicked him out. Got due process. That's a big deal. Now, some people are saying Obama did the same thing. Maybe. I don't know. So one side, immigration needed to be taken care of. On the other side, there's a right and wrong way to do things. I was listening to somebody they were talking about. Well, Obama did it. But Obama, if Obama did break the rules of law, he was smart enough not to tell everybody. He wasn't trying to brag. See the wise man says little but carries a big stick. The messy person carries a big stick but talks real loud, makes that stick very small. He has signed over 143 executive orders. We're learning the president has a lot of power, more than what we ever thought. I was always taught the president want to do something, he'd go to Congress. Congress makes a law, he signs it, blah blah. No, you ain't got to. We're learning, and the next president will have the same way. He can do the same damn thing. We have let the cat out of the bag, the genie out of the bottle, the stank off the apple, whatever, however you want to put it. The world has changed. Trump has changed, and not for the better. I would argue that it's not for the better. I don't believe that. I think Trump is. Everybody looked at Trump's first term and said, "Well, he didn't destroy the country." Well, it was a lot different back then too. He had people who were constitutionalists who believed in that piece of paper, you know, and they stopped him from doing his silly crap. It was like, no, 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 can't do that. Now he has all these DEI hires. DEI hires don't care; they're just happy to have a job. We got the weekend guy from Fox News over here running the Pentagon. I mean, we got Dr. Oz. I don't know if he has a show anymore. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Then we got another thing of Trump's Doge, where he let Elon Musk just put the chainsaw to our federal government because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. You know, smart guy. He's so smart that now he had to leave from Doge. Profits down 70%. Our revenue's down 70%. That's not a good bottom line. Now they're looking for a new CEO. The board's gonna kick his ass out. So now, we're done. And Doge has been a joke. Doge costs the taxpayers more money than what is brought in. And half the shit that you hear about Doge doing was a lie. You heard about there's a person that's 300 years old still getting Social Security checks. That's a lie. They didn't understand the process. They didn't understand the system, the DOS system. So to be so smart, he's kind of stupid. He's a smart guy, you know, smart guy. I made the case, you know, he's one of those people that they're smart at one thing, dumb at another. If they would have had a forensic accountant, uh, Doge would have worked, right? But sometimes smart people think they're smarter than the room because he's smart. He has all this money, and everybody's, oh, he's so smart. Gosh darn, he's so smart. And he's a very smart guy. We look at his money. We look at SpaceX. I'm going to Mars. Even though we can't get to the moon all the time, but we're going to Mars. I was like, okay, I don't know how that works, but okay, whatever. Um, we look at a smart guy like that, and Trump just gave him full reign until he lost in Wisconsin when he paid all that money to win the Supreme Court judge that was up for an election to fill that spot. He spent $25 million, maybe more, and lost. I think that's when he lost Trump. I think that's when he lost Trump. Trump don't like losers. He's not a person that deals with losing very well. He hates it. He'll tell you. I hate losing. That's Trump. And so we have Doge, who cost more money than they really did. It's, oh, we're gonna save the American public 3 trillion. Then it dropped down to 150 billion. Then reports are it's around 100 billion, but it costs 100 and I think I saw somewhere 113 billion to run Doge. I thought we weren't paying them. How the hell is it costing us money to run Doge? Or maybe for all the mistakes Doge has made. Oh, maybe that's what they mean. But they've made a lot of mistakes. Firing the people that was over on watching the nuclear program. Then they had to rehire them and getting rid of the DEI hires, even though Trump made it his whole cabinet's DEI. But you know, had to rehire people. There was firing people, getting rid of people, rehiring them. You know, and I was listening to Mark Cuban say, if you're going to redo the government, yeah, people had to be fired. Okay, but there's a better way of doing things. But once again, when you got a messy person, they don't give a shit. Messy is messy does. Messy people do messy shit. They don't give two fucks. They don't care. They don't give a damn about how they do it. They're just going to do it. They're messy. Messy people do not give a damn how they do things. They will ruin everything. And then they'll come to you. Well, wasn't my fault. Which we'll get to that later. Getting rid of DEI. The funny part about DEI helped more white women than it did any people of color. But when you think of DEI, you think of people of color, don't you? When I said DEI, you'll say, those damn blacks and Mexicans. Black women and Mexicans. That's what a lot of people think. But if you look it up, and do the research, it helped out white women were the biggest proponents or the biggest people who actually got the help from DEI was white women. Isn't that crazy? Every time we think of DEI, we think of black people. You know you did. You know you did. Shit, I did. Until I researched it, I was I'll be damned. White women getting all the benefits. White women. Isn't that crazy? Right. And then the funny part about DEI, his whole cabinet is DEI. Like maybe Marco Rubio, Sam Bondi, those guys think they actually know their job. Not great at it. They're just as criminal as the rest of them. But yeah, just as criminal as the rest of them. The DEI all the way around. You got the weekend guy at Fox. Think about this for a second. If I'm going to hire somebody from Fox, I want somebody that's on the main show, like Monday through Friday. What's the main time slot? What, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock? Probably 8 o'clock. Probably 8 o'clock. Let's say 8 o'clock Central. That's the main time slot. That's the one. That's the big money one. Give me that person. Give me that person. Not the guy they call on weekends and holidays. Don't give me that fool. That fool's a weekend guy. He don't know shit. What are we doing? Don't know a damn thing. Don't know his ass from the hole in the ground. That's the guy we got? That's the guy you guys went. That's the guy you got? You couldn't even get the main guy? The main man or woman? Jesus H. Oh my good Lord have mercy. Are we serious? You couldn't even get the main guy? Jesus Lord. The weekend guy works holidays and weekends. The deportations, went over that. We talked about that. That was big. His immigration and border policy. No due process. I mean, those people are going to sue the American government when they get a chance. That'll be interesting. Once again, you know, messy. Messy people don't care. Messy people don't care. All right. Oh, it's gonna be. I mean, this is gonna be and the tariffs, people. There was so much of a better way to do tariffs. There was so much. There was a better way. Now, if these tariffs work, we were getting screwed over by China. Here's something you don't know. There was a group that Obama helped create, the Trans-Pacific Union, right? And he had the Asian countries come together and they were going to put pressure on China to straighten their shit up. Okay, Trans-Pacific something. I have to, all right. And they were going to come with the Asian countries with America and put pressure on China, right? Because let's put it like this. And I've heard this on Shark Tank. I've heard this on a lot of shows. Anytime you produce anything in China, the Chinese government will actually sell it under a different name, using your IP, I mean your intellectual property. I mean, let's say I made, I don't know, string cheese. I don't know. Then I came up with string cheese and I said, all right, China, you make it for me. Or I'm calling it Abington string cheese. Well, if it goes over to China and they make it, they can change it to any name they want to, even though it's my formula, my stuff, and sell it underneath their name. I don't get a dime. That's what China does. You can buy anything you want to from China. Designer bags, the Balenciaga. I don't know if you ever heard of that. This big brand. They make their stuff in China. You can buy knockoffs, look just like it. They might even have the Balenciaga name. I don't think they have the name. They don't have the name on it. They don't have the name. Made by the same place, made in the same company, made in the same building, made on the same press. Same shit. Same thing. China does it all the time. And Obama had that set up. But in Trump's first presidency, because he wanted to be smarter than Obama, gotta be smarter than the black guy. I gotta be smarter than him at least. Like, come on, guys. Come on, I'm Donald Trump. I'm a businessman. Even though I've bankrupt casinos, I'm a businessman. He had to prove he was smarter. He wasn't. He was. I mean, we can all agree he wasn't. The tariffs are interesting. The tariffs are destroying our country. They say in a month you're going to start seeing stuff off. If it doesn't straighten out, stuff's off this stuff on your shelf. You won't have as much. They already said the Barbies are going to go up 40%. Barbie dolls. What was Trump's answer to that? And I heard it. He said in a quote, instead of the little girls having 30 Barbies, 30 dolls, now they just get to have two. Really? 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 So once again, his policies are hurting America. Have you heard about everything that's going on now? I mean, we can go through beef. I live in Kansas. One of Kansas' main buyers of their beef was China. They don't buy American beef anymore. They go to Australia. There's soybeans, Kansas product, Idaho. I mean, you can go all through the farming areas. They buy them from a different area now. Their oil that we were selling them, making good money. They went around us and went to Canada. But supposedly we're making money on this. And he keeps saying they're talking. According to China, they said they'll wait it out. We don't care. We'll wait it out. We're China strong. They said America's a paper lion. And Trump's already changed the tariffs on China. He said he's gonna knock it down. Now, some of the things I agreed with the tariffs, I will say this: what he did for the car companies. He told them he'd give them 2 years. I listened to his 100-day speech on News America, Newsmax, whatever, Newsmax, I think that's what it's called. He had an interview. He did an interview and he was talking about he gave the car companies 2 years. Find a new way to make the cars all in America. I have a nephew that works at a place where they can make parts like that, mill it out and all that others, create the parts. He should get plenty of work. If you can make everything in America, do it. I have no problem. I understand what he's doing. It's just when you're messy, you do. A broke clock is right twice a day. Was there a better way of doing these tariffs? Yes. He giving himself 90 days. Those people talking about it takes normally 3 years to get a trade deal done where everybody's happy. Negotiating part. We'll see. We'll see. 30 days, May, June, July. So let's say by August. We should know something probably by July, August. Maybe earlier, but I want to say August. July, August, late July, early August. We'll see where we're at. Maybe the tariffs work, maybe they don't. We'll see how many people are out of business. How many mom and pop places are going to be with nothing on the shelves to sell? Everybody's going to have to make a pivot. So if you're a company and you're a small shop, because if you're not Apple, Apple already moved all their stuff to India. Do you think that helped out China? China's not happy about that. They're not happy. They just lost a big supplier, a big producer. China just lost that. They just lost Apple. Apple went to India. Supposedly, he says Apple's supposed to make a big something here in America to produce things. We'll see. But then I also heard that if Apple makes their stuff in America, the price of iPhones will jump up. I've heard the $3,100 where now they're 1,000, 1,500. They're gonna be doubled. We'll see. We'll see. And then promising all these big tax cuts. We'll see. But according to Steve Bannon, he says that they're going to tax the billionaires. Well, if you listen to Bernie Sanders, they're saying the same damn thing. That's a populist agenda. Mm. Because that's going to be the new way of the Democratic Party. They're going to be more like MAGA. Watch. To a point. You watch. Populist agenda. That is what Trump's running. They talk differently. And they talk a little different. One says you're being ripped off, the other one doesn't. But populist agenda. Look for that. But the tax cuts. The tax cuts are going to raise our debt by another $4 to $7 trillion. We're already at 37 trillion, and it's killing our markets. The markets are shit. Don't let people tell you, "Oh, you ain't got no money in the market. Why should you care?" You know what? My 401ks are, you bastard. Shut your mouth. Shut your damn mouth. My money is there. You think I'm happy that it's just evaporating in the air because this messy fool sitting here just doing shit? Get the hell out of here. I pray the tariffs work. I want to support my president. Like it or not, he's still our president, everybody. We can sit and say, "Oh, he's not my president." No, he's your president. When Obama was your president, he was your president. When Biden was your president, he was your president. So when Trump's your president, he's your president. So you better pray that he's got it right. I'm praying. I'm praying. I got a dog in this fight. I have a family. Do I agree with everything he's doing? Hell no. He's destroying the Department of Education. What are we doing? They can't forgive school loans, but they can sit here and forgive PPP loans and all the other shit they forgave. Get the hell out of here. Then we left the Paris Accord, the climate, left the World Health Organization. You know, all the Palestinians for Trump, but they're feeling like shit right now. He said he's letting Israel do what the hell they want to. He don't care. He don't give a damn about them. All his decisions, because they're messy, have screwed shit up. They've screwed shit up. Let's just be honest. And if he keeps this up, you're going to see the house is going to look different. At least if this trade doesn't, I'm telling you, there was a trade expert. There was a economic expert that said we're going into recession, 90%. They're telling everybody, get your money and hide it. Just hold it for a little bit. because you don't know what this fool's going to do next. Like, woo, that's harsh, harsh but true. You have no idea what this fool's going to do. Look at the stock market sometime. Ford Motor Company, you can buy it for $10 a share. That's crazy. One of the biggest car companies in the world. You buy it for $10. I did. I did. We're hoping these tariffs help us out. We'll see. Right now, it's destroying our economy. It's lost. I think they said what, 2 trillion, $3 trillion. Even though he promised, oh well, when I get in office, we're gonna keep it going. I came into a bad economy. Lie, lie, lie. The economy was great. Now people on the home front, home street is that they call it home street, whatever. People like me and you, we may not have felt it, but Wall Street was doing good. The numbers were up. Biden had a great economy, according to the Wall Street numbers, if that's what you look at. So when he says that he had a bad economy, that's a lie. He created the bad economy. Keep it 100. Let's keep the playing field level. I told you here, we're not going to lie. I'm going to give the man credit. If he comes out and if these tariffs work and we get China figured out and we get these prices going back down, because prices are getting crazy and they're going to get worse. Because as soon as companies start seeing a little bit of the trade's looking bad, they're gonna start jacking up prices. You think a company's gonna eat these prices for me and you? You think they're gonna do that? Do you remember the pandemic? The price of toilet paper? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what company sits there and says, "Okay, I'm gonna do this for my people. I'm gonna, I'm gonna eat the cost of this, so we can keep it, keep everybody buying our products." We'll see. I can't wait to see that. Then you find out how good your company, the companies we've been buying with are. Will they eat it up? Will they eat the negative effect of Trump's tariffs? There was an article today that Amazon was going to show pre-tariff prices and prices after the tariff. Trump went and called them up and said, "Whoa, they can't do that. They want the American people too smart." Then they start catching on. And so now they're not going to do it. Bezos is not going to do it because Bezos wants some of that government money. He ain't stupid. He ain't gonna. He was there at the inauguration. He not dumb. Not dumb. He wants some of that money like everybody else wants that money. And then we look at they made the Lincoln Riley Act, mandating detention of certain immigrants charged with a crime. I have no problem with that. When he said that at the meeting he had with Congress, I stood up, I clapped. I agree. I agree. Put their ass in jail. He's testing the powers of the executive branch because he wants to be a dictator. The great thing about America is we get to sit here and say what we want to say. I don't agree with it. But like I said before, he has changed the way politics will be done forever. You will never see politics like they are now. The next president of the United States, when he comes into office, he don't need Congress. He don't need them. Because Donald Trump is showing you don't need Congress. Why do I have to sit here and play their games? I can write an executive order and do it now. So any Democratic president, and remember what I told you, there's money behind this populist movement. Trump is a populist president. Okay, what that means is we say government's bad and they take stuff into their own hands. Well, if you're the next Democratic president, you don't need Congress to do a damn thing. The whole stuff back in the day about Congress saying, "Oh well, we're gonna make sure we block every legislate." I remember when Mitch McConnell said that about Barack Obama. Exactly what he said. I'm blocking everything. Yeah, those days are done. I don't need you. I don't need you. Next president of the United States, Republican or Democrat, he don't need Congress. This is why it's so important that Congress puts their foot down and starts saying, no, 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 no. There's a way we do things. But if they don't, remember this day, remember this time, the first 100 days, the cat's out of the bag. You don't have to go. Why go back? Who's going to make them? Supreme Court? They're just guys playing, they're just cosplaying judges. They got a man now in San Salvador, El Salvador, whatever. Oh, it's San Salvador. Maybe it was El Salvador. In a prison. They have told the Trump administration to bring him back. I'm looking at my watch. It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Haven't heard anything else about it. That man ain't coming back. We'll see if they can make him. We'll see. We'll see. Are they cosplaying judges? Or are they real judges? What are we doing? Does the Supreme Court really mean that much? We'll see. Because, like I said, if they don't do anything, the cat's out of the bag. The president do what he wants to. They've already made the mistake by saying he can do anything he wants to in office and he can't prosecute him. That was that. Sorry, Supreme Court. Instead of doing the right thing, saying, no, no, no. You can't sit here and cite riots. You can't sit here and incite crimes against the government. You can't do an insurrection. Instead of doing their job, they sat there and thought they were cute. Okay, okay. Next president gonna do what he wants to, and what are you gonna do? Sit there and look silly. Be mad with your little gavel in your hand, and your little black robe running around. You guys mean nothing. You mean not a damn thing, and you did it to yourself. Thank you, Supreme Court. You have made yourself weaker. I hope you're happy. You guys did a 9-0 ruling on something, and Trump has not done a damn thing. He don't care. Don't give two damns. Now maybe that changes. I could be wrong. So far, so good. So far, he did shit. That's just funny to me. He is an authoritarian president, and we're letting him. We have Republicans who are in the House are weak. They're just happy to sniff Donald Trump's farts. They are. They're weak. They're weak people. I haven't seen one stand up. I've seen some Republicans and senators stand up. McCloskey, I think the senator from Alaska, she stood up and said, "No, we can't do this." He understands it's detrimental to her job, but she's in Alaska, so she'll probably survive. Oh, news update. Trump has said he will not touch Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. Said that on the interview. Even though the Republicans have it in their bill to touch Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. Now, what they'll do is they'll say it's all fraud and they're going to touch it, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see if he's a man of his word. If you watch the Newsmax interview, he said he will not touch it. Let's see if he's a man of his word. We're going to find a lot out. Is he a man of his word? Or is he a liar in chief? We already know he don't give a damn about the laws. He does what he wants to. Executive order. He'll executive order the shit out of stuff. He don't give a damn. But this has been his 100 days. He is messy in chief. Messy as SOB ever seen in my life. As a businessman, we'll see. We'll see. He's killing our money now. We'll see. We'll see if he can fix it. Let the tariffs work. I'll be the first one to say good job. I will be the first to say good job. But we shall see. Because I don't know. None of us knows. We know it doesn't look good. The people who are the insiders say, well, it takes a little longer to do a trade agreement. He said you can do it done in 3 months, 90 days. But he did also say he could stop the war in Ukraine in 24 hours, and that's still going. So, take that as you will. You know, you know. So there are a lot of things, and the price of eggs didn't go down. Price at the grocery store, that didn't happen. I mean, we can go on and on about the shit that he said that didn't happen. We can go on and on. I'm not going to. That would just be overkill. But let's be honest. The shit didn't happen. We shall see. I was listening to Steve Bannon, and he's saying he wants to tax all these. He wants to sit there and tax more of the billionaires. We shall see. He also made the statement that he doesn't trust Elon Musk and these tech billionaires. How's that? I actually agree with that. He said that the government needs to do an oversight over Doge. Eh, I'll be damned. Steve Bannon's knocking it out of the park with me. I'm becoming a Steve Bannon fan. I'm not even a Republican. This man's talking common sense to me. As a black man in America, I sit and look at stuff, and I'm like, well, what have the Democratic Party done for me? Donald Trump did finance the historically black colleges, people. People call them racist. They can call them what they want to. He did actually do that. He didn't have to. Donald Trump did that. Take it for what you will. And getting rid of the immigrants, as much as bad as it is, there are jobs now. If he didn't kill the economy and not doing due process, do it the right way. We shouldn't have all these people here that we don't know that's here. I agree with it. Now, the stuff that we're doing, taking people off the street or people going to there was a story of a lady in Maine, I believe it was, went to her immigration lawyer. She was doing the right things to become a citizen. She goes there and they take her up, they take her and kick her out of the country, even though she was doing everything correctly. I don't agree with that. But once again, he's a messy guy, messy president. He's messy as hell. Messy people do messy shit. That's not right. If you're doing everything right to become a citizen of the United States, you should be protected. What is going on is wrong. That is wrong. And it needs to be called out. And more shows need to come out and talk about this stuff and say, no, no, it's wrong. We need to talk about our HHS Secretary, Mr. RFK Jr. You can't have a denier of vaccines and shit running your health department. What are we talking about? Then you got Dr. Oz and his crazy behind doing shit. No, man. No, man. We're gonna have Dr. Phil head over psychiatry. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? It's like if you was on TV and you got Kid Rock over music. Are you serious? Just because you said that he won the 2020 election and you're somebody famous, put him in office. Put him in office. They can do something. Linda man over education. Good God Almighty. Just jokes. Just joke left and right. DEI all over the damn place. DEI. So to wrap this up, I mean, to be honest, in my opinion, the 100 days has been it's been a joke. There's been things I agree with. I'll be 1,000%. There's stuff I agree with, but there's stuff I listen to, and I'm like, he's so messy. This is messy stupidity. You're not helping us. This trade war just didn't have to happen. There are so many other smart ways of doing this. But when you're messy, you don't give two damns. You're messy. You'll do whatever you want to and let everybody else eat the consequences. Because he's a billionaire. It doesn't matter to him if prices go up 20 times, 20 fold. He can still buy his family the 10 Barbie dolls. Can you? Can you? For your kids? Wouldn't you like to spoil your kids like he gets to spoil his when they were young? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice to sit here and you get your granddaughter or whatever, all the Barbie dolls, or your daughter, all the Barbie dolls she ever wanted. You ain't gonna be able to do that anymore. It costs too damn much. Does he care? Nope. Everybody gonna feel a little pain. No, I didn't sign up for that. Did you? Did you sign for your 401k to go to shit? No, I bet you didn't. I know you didn't. I didn't. You didn't. Vote for him or not, you didn't. The immigration could have been done better. Should have been done better. We expect better. What he did to Zelensky in Ukraine, um, an abomination. An abomination. He thought he had Russia in his back pocket. They don't give a shit about him either. So what happens with that? Now we have a mineral rights deal. Now we have an interest in Ukraine. What do you think is going to happen with that? What does that look like? Let's say that Russia keeps bombing Ukraine, but we have mineral rights over there. If America has interest in a place, don't they usually protect it? Right? So what does that mean? Do we get into a fight with Russia? With the old Moscow? What do you think? What do you think that looks like? He don't respect Trump. Do what the hell he wants to. Let's see what that looks like. There's a lot of things going down the road that we're gonna find out. This is not even started. Because we're just beginning into the descent to whatever we're going to. Recession. Hopefully not a economic depression. Good lord. If you want to know what that looks like, look up the Great Depression. We hope by then Congress, Senator Rand Paul, talking about taking the power of the tariff back to Congress. He needs to hurry and get that done. Now, whether he can get it in the House or not, we'll see. Like I said, they're like roaches over there in the House. They do whatever Trump says. Just smell his fart. They don't. They're spineless. They're weaklings. They're party over country, and that's a problem. This is the problem of the two-party system. We need another party to shake things up. If we really want a disruptor, we need to have another party come here and shake this shit up. Two parties it's just not working. It's not. You see now how easy it is to take over a party. Being a conservative used to mean something. Used to mean the rule of law, Constitution over everything. They'd fight. Good lord, they'd fight over the Constitution. Now, just another document they could wipe their ass with. They don't care. They don't care how they're acting. We're putting judges in jail. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is what the country has become. It's devolved into this. The de-evolution of the United States. This is terrible. So it's been a very active first 100 days for our president. Good, some bad, a lot of bad, more than there was good. Let's be honest. Don't listen. Listen before you say, "Oh, you don't like Trump." Listen, man. I didn't vote for him. Right? I figured this is what it's going to look like. I actually watched this stuff. I knew that he was going to get people that was going to protect him and watch his back. I knew that the people he had last time wasn't going to come this time. People actually that had balls enough to tell him, hell no, you can't do that, Mr. President. There's a rule of law. He got a bunch of yes men. He got a bunch of DEI hires. And then here we go. Here we go. So his little DEI hires sat there and made it where he can do any damn thing he wanted to, and nobody was going to stop him. That's a problem. That's a damn big problem. And nobody said a word. Nobody. Then you got the DE hires doing these signal chats and having reporters, and then have the nerve to say, well, that reporter must have gotten to my phone, and that's how he was listening to. That's why he was on the chat. Morons. But when you hire DEI, this is what you get, right? Right? They're not qualified for the job. Didn't earn it, as DEI, as Stephen A. said. DEI stands for didn't earn it. Well, that's what we're saying. This whole cabinet is full of people that didn't earn it. Shouldn't be there. All right. This has been a mixed bag. I said there's some good, some bad. I will say that. We're gonna keep an eye on this economy. If I hear more, we'll do another episode. We will do another episode. That's a guarantee. We will do another episode of Podcast versus the World, because it's gonna get worse before it gets better. You can just guarantee it, and just you know just be ready. Just be ready. It's gonna I pray it gets better. I pray that he gets China figured out, but China said they can wait it out. You're not fighting a certain group. You're fighting the whole country of China. Good luck with that. All right. Well, my name is Cameron L. Abington. This is Podcast versus the World. We're at all your podcast locations, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I think a lot of people have been listening to it over there. I still do TikToks. Oh, thanks, Drive for 5,000. We're still alive on TikTok. Don't forget me over there. It's under Cameron Abington over there. Look at my profile, like, repost, or share. I think they say over there, share. We're on YouTube. Please don't forget us over there on YouTube. Greatly appreciate you watching the videos, and kind of, if you got any critiques or anything you want to talk about or anything you want to debate, please. I would love one day to do a mailbag. I love to do a mailbag talking over a lot of stuff. Doesn't just have to be um just Donald Trump stuff. It can be anything you want to talk about. Anything. You can talk about anything. The email is podcast versus the world 76 at gmail.com. All right. And yeah, I'm just saying, mixed bag. Some good, some bad, some stuff I agree with it, some things I don't. And we have to be honest, we have to be able to look at the things objectively, everybody. I didn't vote for him. I'll be the first person. I told everybody the Project 2025 thing was real. It is. And I wouldn't vote for Trump. I'd vote for Biden with his head in a jar. I said that. I told everybody that. If Biden's head was in a jar, I was going to vote for him because he was better than what Donald Trump. And so far, I've been right. He's messy. I called his messiness long time ago. And I didn't like, and I was done with Donald Trump when he had the whole birtherism thing. Didn't like it. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's why I respected John McCain so much. That's a real I was a real American. That was a real American. What we got here, I'm not sure what we got. It's a mixed bag. I don't know, man. I don't know. And if you're like me, you're kind of watching the show because then you listen to stuff that Steve Bannon says, and I'm like, I kind of agree with him. When Trump says we were getting raked over the coals and getting robbed, okay, it's happening. Was the way you did the tariffs the right thing? No. I think we all can agree to that. Can we all agree to that? That wasn't the right way of doing it? I think we all can. And if you don't, you're just lying to yourself. Be honest. We both know that wasn't the right way of doing things. You know that. We ain't got to sit and discuss it. So, like I said, like and respond, please. Please, if you could listen to it on Apple, leave a like, leave a comment. So we want to let the people know that we're listening, that everybody's listening, they're engaging. I would love to start doing this, for a real job. Wouldn't that be great? To keep the lights on, man. I need you guys to start liking, subscribing, sharing with your friends. We're trying to do things differently. I'm trying to be honest with you. I'm trying to be an open book, being very honest about how I feel about these things. You know, I'm not trying to take sides one way or the other. I'm really trying not. I'm really trying not to. Boy, it's hard. Um, but having an honest conversation, that's the way we have to do it. We have to have an honest conversation, be able to talk. This is a safe place. You're not always going to agree with me. I'm not always going to agree with you. And that's okay. That's okay. I ain't got no problem with that. We shouldn't all agree. We should be able to have a conversation, bring ideas back and forth. And that's how you work in America. All right. My name is Cameron L. Abington. This is Podcast versus the World. Abington out.